we go. Good, everybody. It is Wednesday night here at the BTA Network, and what we're doing is Political Ketchup was supposed to be last night, but I had severe weather come through last night, so it's like, no. And
Yeah,
believe it or not, the thunder actually started right around 9 o'clock, so I'm thinking, forget it. Nope.
yeah. And I was seriously considering singing to Shirley last night. The thunder rolls.
The lightning strike, yeah. But yeah, let me put it this way. I think we can officially count what we had last night as a derecho because the line of thunderstorms coming through went all the way from just south of Huntsville all the way to Mobile. That's more than 300, probably 350 miles.
How long? What was its distance traveled?
Um, I know it went through. I think I think it started not really in Texas, more like Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. So I think it might be enough because that's well over
Yeah,
250 miles.
yeah.
So I believe it
So,
has to be 250 miles across.
yep,
So,
250 miles across, or let me actually look it up. But I think
okay.
250 miles across, and derecho criteria. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shut up. I know.
So it's all like, I want my
Okay.
coffee.
By definition, if the wind damage swath extends
Uh
more than
oh. Hold
240
it, hold it,
miles,
hold it, hold it. Ashley says she can't hear anything. That's funny. I've got it off.
check if you're muted.
I'm not. Oh, you mean Ashley?
No, check if she's muted.
Yeah, yeah. Ask check if you're muted because we can hear each other fine. I don't have it muted. Hmm, that's odd. Yeah, I mean, I made sure the mute's off.
Can you hear us now?
Ollie, Ollie, oxen free. Okay, Sajo says he can hear us. Okay.
Good. That's
All right.
good. Okay, so getting back to what we were saying, as far as a derecho is considered, it has to have a swath of uh straight line wind damage,
Mm-hmm.
uh more than 240 miles wide, and includes wind gusts of at least 58 miles per hour or greater.
Which is was definitely did last night. That's for sure.
And I think it has to go, uh I'm pretty sure it has to go at least it has to go at least 400 miles is the rule.
Okay, so it might be a little short then because mine was like 350. Okay, according to Joker on Amazon. Well, anyway, let's get back to all seriousness. I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Stream. I'm joined by our master and creator Frodo. After all,
Yep.
this is our baby here.
Yep, this is our baby, and we have a few things to go into. So
Mm-hmm.
before we start, Shirley, don't
Yes.
you think that today might be a good idea to start the show off with a rocket hit?
Oh, the
Because
rant.
I feel
Oh, you need a rant rocket?
I think the ramp rockets are going to be needed by both of us today.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Well, I'll just do. This would be like, yeah. Oh, by the way, we got Ash, Sajo, and Joker all in the chat room tonight, so that's fine. All right, so let's get this rant rocket rolling. Fire! All right, the floor is yours, sir.
All right, so I was just saying we're getting because of everything that's going on. We have to start with it, and but first we gotta say Donald Trump has decided again to threaten people. He has said he recently said that if Gaza doesn't give up all the Israeli hostages, Gaza is going to be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first off, you son of a fucking cocklicking little bitch whore. Um, you're literally threatening an entire country. You know the last time that happened in this world? World War II. You know who did it? Adolf fucking Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
You're being a fucking prick. And honestly, I'm not going to stop. Trump, you're nothing. You have, you're a man who might have a lot of money, but to be very fucking blunt, the fact that you're threatening entire countries shows how much of fucking micro penis you have, you son of a clicker. I'm sorry to say, but you don't deserve anything in this country. Um, you don't deserve to even have any role in this world. And for those that are wondering why I'm saying it like that, I've actually got a picture of Donald Trump in the nude. I know how it is, and it is literally a micro penis. Okay, so Trump, do everyone a fucking favor and shut the fuck up. You're not just open mouth inserting foot. You're open mouth and inserting fucking Vladimir Putin's dick down your throat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fact.
Yeah. Of course, I did not bother watching the speech last night because, like I said, I had a bigger concern: the severe weather.
Yep. And speaking of severe weather, Elon,
Mm-hmm.
Trump, all you fuckers, do me a fucking favor, please, and stop referring to Noah as something you need to get rid of. Because
Mm-hmm.
fact of the matter is that Noah is the only way we get weather information to keep everyone safe. So if you do get rid of Noah, at the point that the first death from weather occurs, the blood is on your hands. No
Mm-hmm.
joke about that.
Yeah.
Because you got rid of Noah.
Yeah, because I'll tell you something. Someone was, a lot of people have been posting on Facebook about the situation. I said, when more people die because of this, the blood will be on Trump, Musk, and Doge's filthy hands. And someone said, "What a stupid comment." I said, "Do you want, do you want people to die? Do you not care?" And I said, "Do you want us to go back to 1900 with a completely incorrect forecast cost nearly 10,000 lives in the Galveston hurricane?" And he said,
Right?
still stupid and more stupid comments. I said, "Can't you even come up with a rebuttal?" I
No,
mean,
these people
seriously?
are just fucking dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And I acknowledge that you as an, and I'm speaking directly to the people who voted for Trump right now. I understand and respect that you guys had the right to vote for whoever the fuck you wanted. Fine. You thought that Trump was going to be good for this country. Fine. You can think that all you want. But in the last 2 months since Donald Trump has taken office, I'm going to tell you something. Okay. Our stock market has went so fucking far down. We are right now, um Dow Jones Industrial Average, okay, it went up a little bit today. But if we go and look at the at it from Google's perspective and look at last like 2 months, and I'm doing this live, so please understand when I'm saying this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to 1 month just to see our stock market in the last 1 month has went down by 4.16%. We started at 44,873 on Wednesday, February 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we are at 43,006.59. That's a 1,866.69 point loss in the period of 30 days. 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But you Trumplicans, the people who voted for Trump, saying that he was going to be great for the economy, um, eggs have gone up 20%, and um, they're expected to go up another 40% by the end of the year.
Mm.
Uh, Milk has gone up. Everything has gone up. I literally was getting eggs for some breakfast sandwiches this last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And instead of getting actual shell eggs,
You got that egg
because
white in
of,
the carton, right?
yep,
Mm-hmm.
I got the egg whites in a carton to do it. That is how fucking pitiful we are right now as a country.
Yeah.
Our closest fucking friend as a country hates us
Mm-hmm.
because of Trump. Um, it's sickening. It's absolutely sickening what we've become in less than 2 months.
Yeah.
It really is. It's just outrageous. It's been 2 fucking months, less than, since Trump took office, and everything's gone down the shitter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but here's some bad news. We don't just have a problem in the national level. We've also got problems in state levels.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my home state, Iowa, I'm I'm scared. I'm scared of my home state. And I never thought I would have to say those words. I am legitimately scared. Iowa has become the first state in the union to take away a right, a protected class that was legally protected under law, and get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Iowa, transgender Iowans no longer have the full protection of the law, which means that a transgender person, an intersexual person, anything like that can be discriminated against because of who they are, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm beyond sickened. Early 2000s, our state was the third in the fucking country, third to legalize LGBT marriage on a state level. We even beat out California for uh, gay marriage. We beat California. And now look at where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Look at where we are now.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. I'm glad we still have the National Weather Service that handled all the severe weather for the last couple days. But DOGE just decided they want to cancel the lease of a major NOAA facility that meteorologists call the nerve center for the entire weather enterprise in the United States.
Isn't that the one in
Maryland?
Norman?
Yes. No,
Oh,
Maryland. Yeah. All right, so here's what. So this is courtesy of Newsweek. Now that was actually the first sentence. I don't think there's any way I can overstate the importance of this center in Maryland, Don Paul, who spent nearly 3 decades as the chief meteorologist at WIVB-TV in Buffalo, New York, told Newsweek. We call it the American Weather Enterprise, and by we, I mean the American Meteorological Society, the industry, the private sector, as well as the government, the military, the Air Force, and the Naval Weather Service, Paul said today. A day earlier, multiple outlets reported that the Trump administration was planning to make major cuts to NOAA, including canceling the leases of several facilities that include the Center for Weather and Climate Prediction in College Park, Maryland. Newsweek reached out to NOAA, the National Weather Service, NOAA's Hurricane Center, and NOAA's Storm Prediction Center via email for comment. The report comes just as the country prepares to head into the spring tornado season, where about 70% of the tornadoes take place between March and June. The primary forecasting for convective weather events like tornadoes take place at the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. DOGE cuts have hit the SPC as well, according to Rick Spinrad, the former NOAA administrator. There's never a good time for these kinds of awful decisions, Paul said, but this is an especially bad time, and later on in the spring, we start to get concerned with hurricanes, and I'm not aware of what staffing changes, if any, are occurring at the National Hurricane Center. The South, Southeast, and Mid-Atlantic are already facing threats of severe tornado activity this week. Now, the good news is there were no tornadoes in Alabama yesterday. But it doesn't mean there weren't tornadoes. I think there were about maybe 5 or 6 reported. Anyway, the severe weather pattern is expected to serve as a test to what remains of NOAA after the agency laid off about 800 staff last week. NOAA's work helps protect Americans by monitoring extreme weather events such as hurricanes that pose a threat to millions of people. Michael Mann, a nationally recognized climatologist and director of the University of Pennsylvania Center for Science, Sustainability, and the Media, told Newsweek. They operate the hurricane hunters that fly into storms to collect key data that help us predict the paths and intensification rates of landfalling hurricanes. Canceling NOAA is putting Americans directly in harm's way. The Weather Channel's Jim Cantore, perhaps the most well-known meteorologist in the country, called the reports of lease cancellations horrible news from numerical weather predictions in this country, adding that the data from these facilities save lives. Current NOAA officials have also warned that deep cuts to the agency could harm vulnerable Americans who live in Tornado Alley ahead of what is likely to be another active tornado season. Andrew Hazelton, a scientist with the NWS Hurricane Research Division, said Monday on X, formerly Twitter, that while he's tried to stay fairly positive with the recent messaging, the canceling of leases is a direct attack that would cripple NOAA modeling capabilities and directly lead to more death and property loss if it is carried out. Opened in August 2012, the Center for Weather and Climate Prediction is associated with the University of Maryland's flagship campus in College Park. The facility is where most of NOAA's critical atmospheric modeling, not just nationally but globally, takes place. According to a federal facilities profile of the center, its mission is to provide a seamless suite of environmental analysis, diagnostics, and forecasts from the surface of the sun to the depths of the ocean floor. The center, which replaced an older facility in Silver Springs, where NOAA is headquartered, is filled with advanced supercomputers that drive the models meteorologists across the country use to forecast the weather. Transferring this type of equipment, which are not just large but also pose tremendous installation challenges, to another location would not be such an easy feat. In other words, you probably got servers going from the floor to the ceiling.
Yep.
Yeah, this is not like moving 50 Dell workstations to another office building, Paul said. It's a huge facility and staffed by some of the Weather Service's most talented meteorologists. You have to be somebody academically and in terms of your achievements before you get assigned to that center. I can't overstate how important that center is, he said. Paul said that the deal struck up between NOAA and the University of Maryland was already one way for the federal agency to lessen costs. He said that trying to further reduce costs by canceling leases is so illogical because of how NOAA accounts for the federal budget. For the 2024 fiscal year, the U.S. spent $6.8 billion on NOAA's discretionary spending budget. That amounts to about $3 per taxpayer per year to get that kind of protection that we get, Paul said, adding that I don't think the public is fully aware of how much they're getting on their tax dollars. Some believe that the reported lease cancellations, along with the recent layoffs and hiring limitations, suggest that DOGE is trying to dismantle NOAA entirely. Mann warned that without NOAA, we are flying blind into a climate abyss. NOAA has played and continues to play a fundamental role in monitoring the state of our atmosphere, oceans, cryosphere, and biosphere, collecting, maintaining, and distributing key data sets used by scientists around the world, Mann said. Paul pointed out that the privatization of weather forecasting has been debated before. In 2005, former Republican Senator Rick Santorum previously sponsored a bill that would have crippled NOAA's ability to compete with commercial forecasters like AccuWeather. But Paul said that even if privatization was the administration's endgame with NOAA, you would still need this center. And that's the end.
Yep. And I'm going to say this right now as someone who pays attention to the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Even having any kind of getting rid of NOAA or anything, okay, I don't give a fuck what you think about anything. The fact of the matter is that NOAA isn't about pushing any kind of um stupid fucking, what do you want to call it? Uh
No.
um
I was thinking
Ulterior motive.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, this is fucking science, and you guys are you guys in Doge and all that are saying that Noah is trying to push the climate change thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not trying to push the climate change thing. Here's the facts of the matter. Our climate is changing because we fucked it up. We, as humans, human fucking beings, have fucked shit up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a joke. That's not a lie. We, I, I've got a quote from a movie that some people might recognize.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pull it up so I can get it right.
Okay.
Uh,
Gotcha.
okay.
And by the way, folks, excuse me if look like I'm sleepy. I really am.
Yep.
Just trust me, those storms last night, I couldn't sleep for a little while.
So I'm gonna read this off, and you're gonna. Here we go. This is it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
there it is. I'd like to share a revelation during my time here. It came to me when I tried to classify your species. I realized that you're not actually mammals. Every mammal on this planet instinctively develops a natural equilibrium with the surrounding environments, but you humans do not. You move to an area and you multiply and multiply until every natural resource is consumed. The only way you can survive is to spread to another area. There is another organism on this planet that follows the same planet, same
mm-hmm.
pattern. Do you know what that is? A virus.
Mm-hmm.
Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague, and we are the cure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Am I saying that I 100% agree with how he said that? No. But fact of the matter is that us humans, with our growth and everything that's gone on, have literally done so much damage to this country, to this world, that it's sickening.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody, and I do mean anybody, to claim that she that we are not a blight on this world
Mm-hmm.
is wrong. Okay, I understand that these comments I'm making are going to be a little bit controversial, but I don't give a fuck. We fucked up this planet.
Mm-hmm.
We, every time we move into a new area, we chop down the trees. We get rid of the oxygen production. We do everything we can to make the land capable of supporting us instead of us supporting the land.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is not saying that I hate humans altogether. I have a problem with humanity because, generally speaking, you get one person together, they can be super smart. You get two people together, cool. You get anywhere up to 10 people and up 10 and above, and you start dealing with um stupid the mat the mass decrease of intelligence quotient. Okay, when you have so many people in a group, your your the intelligence of the area that you live in, that you are in at that moment, goes down by the number, by the IQ of the person with the lowest IQ. So you go from, say, a bunch of people with 50, with like, let's say 50 people, five people with 100 plus IQs, then you get more and more people in that group. The more and more people in that group cause that IQ number to go down. And yeah, let's just say my issue is and always will be the fact that human beings are, how can I say this? We're programmed to be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
We're programmed to be the least common denominator. And that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we've got a bunch of people who think they're super smart in Doge and fucking Trump and everything. But the problem is you got someone in that group that is stupid, beyond stupid. I don't know who to call. I mean, I call shit like I see it. And everyone who knows me knows I call shit down the middle and like I see it. And right now, the person that I think is the one that's dumb is Trump. Bluntly, I think it's Trump. Um, he thinks he's super smart. He's not. He's not. Um, I don't know. I just am so sick and fucking tired of shit. I mean, you're talking about dismantling a service that keeps people alive and keeps them informed of weather. And I'm sick of it. But I do have an idea to fix it. Okay? I'm going to read. This is going to take a little bit, so I apologize for this. But I'm going to read an amendment to the Constitution. Are you ready for this, Shirley?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the 14th Amendment to the Constitution. Section 1 of the 14th Amendment says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process or law, or to not deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Section 2. Representatives shall be apportioned among the several states according to their respective numbers, counting the whole number of persons in each state, excluding Indians not taxed. But when the right to vote at any election for the choice of electors for president and vice president of the United States, representatives in Congress, the executive and judicial officers of a state, or the members of the legislature thereof, is denied to any of the male inhabitants of such state, being 21 years of age, and this has been adjusted, and citizens of the United States, or in any way abridged for except for participation in rebellion or other crime, the basis of representation therein shall be reduced in the proportion which the number of such male citizens shall bear to the whole number of male citizens 21 years of age in each state. Here's the big one. Section 3. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state who, after having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or an officer of the United States, president counts there, or as any member of any state legislature, or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may by a vote of 2/3 of each house remove such disability. The validity of the public debt of the United States authorized by law, including debts incurred for the payment of pensions and bounties for services in suppressing insurrection or rebellion, shall not be questioned. But neither the United States or any state shall assume or pay any debt or obligation occurred in aid of insurrection or rebellion against the United States, or any claim for the loss of emancipation of any slave, but all such debts, obligations, and claims shall be held illegal and void. The Congress shall have the power to enforce by appropriate legislation the provisions of this article. Section 3 is the big one. And the biggest phrase is but Congress might by a vote but Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such a disability. Shirley, wake up.
Hmm. Alright, like
Wake
I
up.
said, I'm really tired. Oh boy.
I know, but okay. I don't care what state you live in. I'm going to heavily recommend everybody in this country that cares about the Constitution, everybody, call a Democratic senator or House representative. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, Al Green, um, uh, uh, Elon Omar, any of the big ones that we know. Call their offices. Uh, Tell them they need to push the amnesty vote now for that to remove that disability. The reason I want a Democrat to push for it is because I know for a fact they will, and there is no way in hell that they're getting 2/3 of the House and Senate to vote to remove Trump's disabilities. Shirley, can you stay up? Because I gotta go take care of something.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and read another story while I'm gone.
Alright, sure thing. Let's see. Let's see. Bear with me, Growl. Okay, so we got this. There's some other things. Of course, last night was that speech that he had. Lucky for me, I was never interested in watching it. So, but I will say this. There was a boy here in Alabama who basically got a special day to be with Alabama law enforcement. So Governor Kay Ivey took that into consideration. Trump had actually invited him and his father to the speech last night. Unfortunately, now as much as I hate Trump, he was just trying to be nice to the kid and his dad, and I will give him points for that one. Okay, but people who were going off on them, it's like, and think that they were trying to use the 13-year-old to score points. I'm not so sure. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But the boy did get an actual award. So now there is something here. They want to take control of Greenland. It's like, screw you. So here's what's going on. This was posted yesterday. It was updated today. Trump says the U.S. will take control of Greenland one way or another. Here are the key points. President Donald Trump said in his joint address to Congress that the U.S. would assume control of Greenland one way or the other. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it, Trump said. Danish officials have firmly rejected previous overtures from Trump about buying the self-governing territory. So, here's what happened. Trump last night said that the United States would take control of Greenland one way or the other, escalating months of increasingly aggressive rhetoric toward the self-governing Danish country. Addressing a joint session of Congress, he said that he had a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland. We strongly support your right to determine your own future, and if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America, he said about halfway through his 90-minute speech. Excuse me a second. Trump also pledged to Greenlanders that America would keep you safe, we would make you rich, and together we will take Greenland to heights like you have never thought possible before. But in between the warm wishes, Trump's tone shifted as he again made the case to Americans that U.S. control of the ice-covered Arctic landmass was crucial to their national security. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it, Trump said. But we need it for international, for world security, and I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it, he said. It's a very small population, but a very, very large piece of land. and very, where are you? And very, very important for military security, he concluded before moving on to a separate topic. The slightly menacing appeal to Greenlanders was unexpected, but it was hardly without precedent. Trump has been fixated on the strategic importance of the glacier-covered island for years, and he has repeatedly suggested that the United States should buy the autonomous territory. In January, his eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., made a highly publicized visit to Greenland's capital, where he filmed video for a podcast. The trip was billed as a personal visit, but the president's social media posts about it had strong political overtones. Don Jr. and my reps landing in Greenland, Trump wrote on his son's visit to Nuuk, N-U-U-K. The reception has been great. They and the free world need safety, security, strength, and peace. This is a deal that must happen. MAGA, make Greenland great again, he added. Denmark has bitterly rejected Trump's overtures about acquiring the island, which dates back to at least 2019. Trump's interest in the island is not merely personal, it's also part of a broader national security strategy focused on countering Russian and Chinese power in the Arctic Circle. And that's the end of the article. But seriously? Let's see. Alright. Now, of course, in Canada, since Trump started his tariffs, Canada's striking back with their own tariffs. So here's what's going on. Jackson Daniel is, of course, the whiskey. Its maker Brown-Forman CEO Lawson Whiting said on today that Canadian provinces are taking American liquor off store shelves was worse than a tariff and a disproportionate response to levies imposed by the Trump administration. Several Canadian provinces have taken U.S. liquor off store shelves as part of retaliatory measures against Trump's tariffs. I mean, that's worse than a tariff because it's literally taking your sales away and completely removing our products from the shelves, Whiting said on a post-earnings call. Canada on Tuesday also imposed 25% tariffs on goods imported from the U.S., including wine, spirits, and beer. Whiting, however, said that Canada accounted for only 1% of their total sales and could withstand the hit. He added the company would watch out for what happens in Mexico, which, according to its annual report, made up 7% of its 24-24 sales. Let's see, shares of the company were up about 8% after the liquor maker reaffirmed its annual forecast, which accounted for the impact of tariffs. While Whiting warned of continued uncertainty and headwinds in the external environment, he said that he was confident of the company's trajectory. Brown-Forman has been reeling from the slowdown in demand so far this year, led by the U.S., Canada, and Europe, which offset benefits from stronger sales in emerging markets such as Mexico and Poland. The company is undertaking cost-cutting measures, including workforce reduction. Analysts have said this is a response to the more challenging environment for both the company and the broader spirits industry. Net sales fell 3% from a year ago to $1.04 billion, compared with analysts' estimate of $1.07 billion, according to the data compiled by LSEG. For fiscal 2025, Brown-Forman expects net sales to grow in this range of 2 to 4%.
Yep.
So,
can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. So, there's also just all the insanities just going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be blunt. This whole time that we've been dealing with this, I've been scared. And my fear is that we're going to have to deal with crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're already dealing with it.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus. I've got a goober that's trying to get on me. Oh, he slipped. Oops. Sorry, bud.
Oops.
Yeah. But yeah.
One thing you missed, I told him about I think it was like a boy who was, who got named an honorary member of law enforcement by Governor Kay Ivey, and he got invited to the speech last night. And he was fighting cancer. Unfortunately, some people on the left hand side of the media kind of took advantage of him. Since he'd never really been good for treating people with disabilities.
Yeah.
But I guess because this was a kid, not an adult, right? But yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry. Let's see. Al Green got a lot of guts and deserves a lot of praise. Yeah, what he did. Mm-hmm.
To
I
be
mean,
frank,
mm-hmm.
what they did to him pisses me off.
I know.
Because when Biden was doing his speeches,
Mm-hmm.
he would fucking the bitches, you know, uh,
Yeah. So it's
would start screaming at him.
mm-hmm.
And then now when our side tries to make our opinions known, they do this.
Yeah. I feel like it's double standard because um, Republicans are shouting and Democrats basically censor them and all. Now it's the other way around when I feel like it's free speech. He should have that right to interrupt.
Yep.
Now, if you want to make a threat, that's a different story. But he didn't.
No, he didn't. He just was saying
Mm-hmm.
that Trump was lying.
Yeah.
Big whoop.
Mm-hmm. But seriously, the first thing is, and I think most people agree, do something about that musky smelling piece of crap.
Right. Well, what I'm saying with regards to my call to action
Mm-hmm.
is that if we can get multiple Americans
Mm-hmm.
to call the Democratic members of the House and Senate, I don't care who you call them all for all I care. But both, if we can get the Democratic House and Senate members to push for that vote,
Mm-hmm.
I can almost guarantee you he will be kicked out. You know what I mean?
Yep, I know what you mean. But honestly, it's like this man will never, ever, ever learn. You
Nope.
know? Yeah, of course, he wants to cut down the parks, wants to cut down everything that's, vital to us.
Yep.
Like they want to cut Social Security. They want to cut. It's like, come on, you're not. You just want to help the damn wealthy people. That's it.
Yep.
That's what it boils
That's
down
all they
to.
care about.
Yeah, they only care about themselves, and they only care about themselves, the power, and the wealth.
Mm-hmm. That's 100% accurate, and that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, again, I'm going to go into what you need to do for everyone to know what to do to help out.
Okay.
Call the the House of Representatives switchboard.
Mm-hmm.
Call them. Talk to. I don't care if it's the voicemail or not. Talk to any member of the Democratic caucus. Any member. Tell them that you think they should invoke um, a request for the 14th Amendment
Mm-hmm.
amnesty check.
Or because I mean, is this $5,000 check thing real? It
No,
couldn't be. It can't be.
no, it's not. But the reason we need that check done is because the Republicans don't have the votes.
Mm-hmm.
The Republicans do not have the votes to legally overturn the 14th Amendment, Section 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, once that vote fails, which it will, Trump would have to be removed from office. Not impeached. His whole presidency would have to be nullified. And I'm sorry, but he needs to be nullified.
Yeah.
What do you think, Shirley?
Mm-hmm. Uh, oh, let's see. Here's something interesting here. Facebook is removing posts which are ones being posted in numerous other places not shared posted and warning us about this. Yeah, I had a situation where a oh, I just lost it. Oh, okay, I got it. There was a okay. I run a group, and there was something. So there was a post to the degree where it was supposed to be a joke. It's like, laugh, you bitch, and Facebook removed it. I said, no, no, no. This is a joke, and this has to do with a fictional character. They restored it, but it's a thing where it's like Zuckerberg is kissing the ring. It's kissing the ring now.
Yep.
It is me.
You're good, girl.
Let's see. Oh, your life-changing gift of chicks today. Let's see. Your gift provides more than 200 eggs each year per chicken. Ooh. Income from selling eggs, a boost of nutrition, a brighter future. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that for chicken, but I won't be doing that for milk. Because that would be ridiculous, I would think. Oh, here's something interesting. After the speech, I don't know if you heard this. Speaker Mike Johnson's chief of staff was arrested by U.S. Capitol Police officers on charges of driving under the influence while following President Donald Trump's address to Congress. Multiple people familiar with the incident confirmed.
Yep.
Yeah, this will be the last one for tonight. But
actually, I do want to say if you guys want to also, Mr. Bernie Sanders put out a response to the speech, and it is good. So look into it.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Okay. So let me see here. Speaker Mike Johnson's chief of staff was arrested by the U.S. Capitol Police on charges of driving under the influence Tuesday night after Donald Trump's address to Congress. Multiple people familiar with the incident told ABC News. Hayden Haynes, backed into a parked Capitol Police vehicle at the Capitol complex, the sources added. Capitol Police confirmed that a driver backed into the parked vehicle last night around 11:40 p.m., who responded and arrested them for DUI. Okay, there we go. Johnson's spokesman Taylor Halsey said in a statement to ABC News that the speaker was aware of the incident. The speaker has known and worked closely with Hayden for nearly a decade and trusted him to serve as his chief of staff for his entire tenure in Congress. Because of this and Hayden's esteemed reputation among members and staff alike, the speaker has full faith and confidence in Hayden's ability to lead the speaker's office, he said. Hayes was spotted in the back of the House chamber at the beginning of Trump's address. He was arrested after the speech ended.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, if you want to do this, wait till after everybody's done, and even then, don't drink too much.
But watch, he's going to be poo-pooed. It's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah, you're probably right. Alright, well, it's close to 10, so...
And as you can see, Shirley is about comatose.
Yes, I am. I've been really, really tired. Of course, last night with the storms did not help me that either. But tonight it'll be a good night. So here's the game plan for the rest of the week. Tomorrow I am doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I'm going to see if I can finish off the Maddox Sogetsu character situation. I've already unlocked the character, so I don't have to worry about that part. But in order to finish it, I gotta get the 9 million points. I'm only about 5.8 million, so I got a little ways to go. And I gotta finish it by tomorrow night. So, this I'll try anyway. So I'm gonna take care of that tomorrow night. And then Friday, we are going to have, of course, game night. And this week, it will be Rotten Apples one more time. Because it's proven to be a real good game. So, we'll have fun with that. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to play the ending. So, hang on for 15 seconds. Alright, so with that in mind, I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everyone have a great night, sleep well, stay safe, stay warm in some places. And I'll see you tomorrow night, and the rest of us will be back on Friday night. So, peace.
Have a good one. Have a good